Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the morning show. I'm Marshall Shore.
And I'm Melissa Farley, and we are not at the fabulous Arizona Center.
But we are in another fabulous place, and where are we?
We are at the downtown campus of the Phoenix Center for the Arts.
Yeah.
We are so excited to be here. This is actually our first official on-site interview, and who better to do it with than the brand new, shiny, glorious Angelique, who is the new executive director of Phoenix Center for the Arts. So thank you for having us here today.
Thank you for coming. I'm really excited to have you here.
Yeah. Okay, so big legacy organization, big shoes to fill.
Yes.
Tell me, what have you even been, like, how do you start on a role like this?
Oh man. So for me it started just I'm resident in the downtown the Roosevelt Road Arts District, and it started with a Saturday. I went to the farmers market, and then we usually frolic around downtown. And we stumbled across the festival last year. And I said, we were enjoying it. And at the time, their marketing director came up, and I had my family with me, and she said, "Hey, can I take you all's picture?" And I said, "Sure." And then I said, "Well, how can I get involved with the center?" And we exchanged contact information, and I shared, my resume and everything with her. And then I was invited to apply for the board. And then I joined the board. And then, I had some things shake up in my professional world. And I said to the board chair, I was like, "Hey, I have some additional time that I can donate to the center. Here's my skills, and I can, really be helpful in those spaces." And I was invited at the same time. Our previous CEO had just resigned, and I was able to come in and help fill the gap when there was the transition. So I started as an interim executive director.
And you were so good they kept you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So kind of all the things aligned.
Yeah, so
made
it's
it
just
happen.
following your passion.
Yeah.
That's how I got here.
I tell you what, that festival, it really does make an impact. Mine wasn't as big as yours, but my mom and I had gone to see a show. It ended up being really, really bad. So we did the same. We were like, let's just frolic around downtown. And then we walked by the festival, and we ended up going in. We had tried to go to a couple different markets to shop local for Christmas. Couldn't find anything. I spent $300 at the festival because it was so good.
Yeah, supporting local artists.
Yeah, there were so many good things.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah.
I'm excited then. Yes.
So you've got another festival coming up.
We do.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Absolutely. So the festival will take place on December 13th and 14th of this year, both days from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. And we will have a slew of vendors and artisans. We received 249 applications.
Wow.
For vendors who are interested in participating, and it will include everything from ceramics to painting to culinary artists to jewelry makers, and we have some printmakers, just the whole gamut. I'm really excited about that. It also will have a 2-day lineup of entertainment. We'll have 2 specific spaces where we're encouraging folks to share their talents. And it includes everything from bands to comedians to school choruses and choirs. So it's a community event, and it's a celebration. The theme this year is a celebration of culture, creativity, and community.
The 3 C's.
Yeah. So
it definitely feels like a celebration.
Yeah.
I'm not slamming any other festivals, but the vendors just really do feel high caliber, and like you're finding something really well crafted and unique, and you can spend a whole day there. I mean, there was good food. There was plenty of entertainment going on.
I'm
It was
really
great.
excited because most of the vendors that we're having have never been to our festival before.
Okay.
So I'm really excited about that. We have about 80 are returning, but a lot of them were just like, hey, I haven't really vended at your festival and I would love to.
Yeah.
And I am saying come. It's
Yeah.
a celebration. It's the community's festival. So I want to make sure that they're represented and really excited.
Well, and that's really just kind of what this whole place is
Yes,
about.
yes.
I mean, bringing people together, developing community, being creative in so many different aspects.
And in that light, you just launched something called Participate,
Correct.
Art Participate.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I'm trying to be responsive to feedback, and we have an amazing catalog of classes that are usually multi-week, multi-hour, multi-week, and it does require a commitment. And when people come in town, or if even locals say, hey, I want to take a class, but I can't do it for 8 weeks. We wanted to provide an opportunity to create different entry points for people so that they can engage along a spectrum. So if you want to come in for a drop-in session, you can do that. But if you also want to engage a little bit more, then you can sign up for one of our 8-week classes. So Participate is designed to make sure that there's not a financial barrier. If there is a cost, most of the sessions are pay what you can. But if there is a cost, it's never more than $25.
Can we just say that's incredible? Like, I've been having so many conversations about so many different things where art is, and I mean that in all its forms, is increasingly becoming more and more expensive and kind of creates this barrier for a lot of people to experience it, to have it as part of their everyday life. So the fact that you are capping it at $25, like, that's a big deal.
Yeah, because we want to make sure that we know that the arts is something it's wonderful, and we want to share it with as many people that we can. And we want to make sure that we take away any of those barriers, including financial ones.
Yeah.
And if somebody shows up and, I believe that if people come, I believe we have such a gym that if we get them in the door, we'll be able to keep them.
Yeah.
So I just need people to come and see what we have to offer. And the workshops will take place at both the downtown campus and our Thunderbird Art Center, which is in North Phoenix.
I'm not gonna lie, I had no idea you had a Thunderbird location.
Yeah.
Has that always been the case? And I just didn't know? Okay.
It has.
Okay.
It has. We are really excited. We have just the same, it's almost a mirror of our downtown campus. There's a little bit more here because we have the venues and we don't have the resident organizations at our Thunderbird site, but there's a ceramic studio, there's painting that takes place there. So it used to be a youth arts center. Before we took over the building, and we still welcome the youth there.
Yeah.
And there's robust programming there also. So.
Well, I think this Participate program is really smart too, because like you think about even, I don't mean to like say a buzzword because everybody has strong feelings about Airbnb these days, but a lot of people now are booking experiences, when they travel, like through Airbnb. And you're right, they're looking for classes, they're looking for workshops, they're looking for experiences.
Yeah.
And you all offer such really cool things.
Thank you.
It's great to be able to get more people exposed to that.
And that's the idea. We want it to be experiences.
Yeah.
And even if someone's passing through, I want to be able to share the Phoenix Center for the Arts with them.
And because it's been here so long, I mean, you've got some of the students have been doing things for quite a long time, as well as Arizona has now got a lot of new residents as well.
Yes.
So it's that chance to kind of mix and mingle in
Yeah.
a different way.
Yeah, because we have students that have been taking classes for 10 years. And I am so appreciative of them because they are pillars of our center.
Right.
And, because multiple truths, we want to be an attraction for people who are new, who are transplants here, that or are passing through, even for natives.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you have regular life. You work, maybe you have kids and they have sports practice and like after school programs. So you want to lean into your creativity, but you don't have 3 hours for 8 weeks to commit.
Yeah.
So this is the ideal entry point for someone.
And that's because there were times where it's like, oh, I can't take a class this time because I don't have 8 weeks and I don't want to like be able to miss 2 of the weeks because then I'm like, okay, that's not a good use of time or money, and so I love that idea.
Thank you.
So having people that love you so much that they stay, 10 years and keep coming back and probably telling family and friends and getting those folks in. I'm curious, have you ever like done a little documentary or like done a project with them about their time here?
Melissa, you're dropping gems here. I'm going to have to look into that. We have not. Well, I think it would be an awesome opportunity to highlight some of those pillars that are in our community because they are, and they've become amazing artists. Like, I look at some of the artwork that they're producing. I'm like, oh my goodness, and it's wonderful to hear the stories behind it. Absolutely. And I love context. So I'll ask, like, what inspired you to do this? Yeah. And they'll share like what they were going through when they started that piece. And even I've talked to someone who's writing a book, and it was just like, I've been doing it for so long that I need to revisit because I'm not the same person that started it.
Right. Yeah. So
just being able to have a space to explore that. And I'm really excited about that, particularly because as I've been in my travels, I did speak to one person and he said that, he's really interested in the literary arts. But we didn't have anything currently for that. So we have launched a series of classes that focus on the literary arts. Ooh. We also, how to write a book. If someone's interested in playwriting or songwriting, they can find a place. There's a home for them here also. Yeah. So I'm really excited about that because we have some pretty exciting things launching.
Because you were just talking about, when you talk about bringing different communities in, you were talking about the veterans.
Yes.
And bringing them in.
So we have a new program that's going to launch October 1st called Canvas of Courage. And it is art programming using expressive art therapy for veterans. And when I say veterans, I'm also talking about their caregivers and their support system. My husband's a combat veteran. My dad's a veteran. And there are, the veteran themselves, they make sacrifices, but so does their family. Yeah. And they also need an outlet so that they can express themselves and work out some of those really big feelings that they're experiencing. So we're launching that. I'm really excited. It's going to be the same type of programming, but there will be an element where they will be encouraged to, if they want to engage, because there's so much stigma with just like mental health support. But if they want to engage, we will have a social worker on staff that will help them guide them through their emotions as they're painting and help them provide community, like it'll create a community and a safe space for them. So really excited about that starting. Yeah.
So that's one that's pretty close to your heart.
Yes,
and,
it is.
Something that you touches your life in a big way. And I think that's going to be so powerful. We had another person on that did music specifically for vets, and he was blown away by how many folks reached out and just said, I don't usually hear my story sung about or, in music in that way. And it was just so validating for them. And art is just so powerful for those kinds of reasons.
And these are heroes, they've pretty much signed up to die.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of big feelings that come through that experience. And we just want to make sure that we provide an outlet, a safe space for them to work through that. And then I know that they'll create some beautiful things, and there'll be a showcase that will exhibit all of the wonderful artwork that our veterans have created during that program.
I love it. I love it. So that's launching October 1st, you said?
October 1st.
Okay.
Yes.
So let's rewind a little bit.
Okay.
And let's think about, like, we're all talking about Phoenix Center for the Arts, like everybody knows it.
Right, but we haven't done the 101 of what is it.
But yeah, maybe for people that either just moved here or aren't as familiar with Phoenix Center for the Arts, tell us about the big picture here and kind of all the different ways you can get involved or come to the space. And
So Phoenix Center for the Arts, our mission is to provide arts and culture opportunities through education, programming, and advocacy. So we will advocate for funding at all levels. We will provide programming such as, like I just shared, Canvas the Courage and Participate. And then we also offer education classes. So you can take classes in almost every art discipline that you can think of here at our center. And we have 2 sites. We have the downtown campus that's located at 1202 North 3rd Street, which we are sitting in now. And there's our north location, which is the Thunderbird Arts Center, which is located at 1106 East Grovers Avenue. And then we also provide community space. So if organizations want to have meetings, we have classrooms that we rent out or donate. It's just a conversation. And in addition to that, we have 3 venues. We're sitting in one.
I'm going to say this would be venue one.
Our Black Box Theater, which is, it's giving speakeasy vibes. Yeah. And we have the Courtyard, which is an outdoor space between our 2 buildings. And then we have our wonderful 3rd Street Theater, which is a 210-seat theater that has gone through a complete renovation. So really excited about that. And those are all spaces that we invite the community to use. I'm really excited because our 3rd Street Theater has something happening in it every weekend through the end of the year.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's an amazing space.
And we also have 10 resident organizations that call our center home. And they range from dance studios to podcasts to co-working shared space. We have just everything here. I'm really,
Mimes. You have mimes?
We do not have mimes. But if there is a mime that wants to call the center home, give me a call.
There you go.
I don't know why my brain went there. I just saw a group of mimes.
No. So we're an incubator to help people, to help artists just develop.
And I'll say something that's, I think, unique about you, and others might disagree, but there's a lot of arts organizations, but a lot of them don't get involved in the advocacy side, and I think that's a really important piece of the work that you do.
Thank you. Yeah,
So
I'm really
excited.
excited. Thank you. Because we need to advocate for the arts. We don't want the arts to go anywhere. And the arts is it's something that's easy to forget about, but it's so integrated in everything that we do. And I heard a quote. I read a quote, and I think it said that music is how we fill time, but art is how we fill space.
Yeah.
I could have said that wrong.
It sounds lovely.
It's possible that I'm saying that wrong, but the arts is something that people can easily push to the side, but it's so vital and just like our overall well-being because you have experiences.
Right, and it's an experience and it pushes you further because then you come in and you're working on something and you're like, well, how do I do this? I mean, I remember being here doing Sienna type and just playing with all these new types of things I hadn't known of. And doing like sun photos where you take just a big negative and clip it on and your piece of paper and there you go.
Yeah, and that's poetic. That's poetic in itself.
And so, I mean, and just the people that were in the class, it was so much fun.
And that's part of the, like I said, there are students who have been here for years.
Right.
But just think about the friendships and the community that they've built. You know, I'm really excited because we've created some really great community partnerships with some other arts organizations that is allowing us to expand. So we have some more things coming down the pike that I always do. I'm just a busy bee,
Are we not allowed to
really
talk about it yet?
no, we can talk about it. So we
What you
have
got?
yeah. So we have our neighbor, right? We're right next to Grace Lutheran Church, and they have a commercial kitchen. And I was just talking in just like different spaces where I'm like being a community member, right?
Yeah.
And I said, you know, I really would like to have some culinary arts at this center because that's one thing that we don't have. And we don't have, I said, but we don't have a commercial kitchen. And you know, it costs a lot to build one. And he said, well, wait a minute. I have a commercial kitchen that you can use. And I was like, what do you mean I can use the commercial?
Amazing.
He's like, I'll give you the keys. You can program the kitchen. And I was like, oh. So we're going to roll that out in the spring. We're going to roll it out in the
I definitely wanna
spring.
see that list.
Yeah. And then we also have, at one point we did have a dance department, but you know, that was sunsetted, but we're bringing the dance department back. The dance department will launch on September 30th. We're installing the Marley floor, and we have, it's a dance studio, so I'm really excited about that. We also have a partnership with Co-Media, and we are doing a storytelling. We're going to create 2 storytelling cohorts and teach people how to tell their stories, because that's an art. Yeah, so and we have a theater department. I'm a big dreamer. So I said, hey, we have all of these great things happening, and I would love to see a production that incorporates all of our departments. So our theater department is going to incorporate the literary arts department to write some plays. And then we're going to produce it with our, we're going to produce, that's right. So our music,
works.
Okay, so I just want to talk to all the perfectionists out there for a second. If you've been always wanting to take an art class, but you're worried that you're not going to be good at it, who cares? Just do it.
Who cares? Just do it.
Have fun, mess up, get a little messy yourself, you know, have a good time, meet cool people.
That's right.
And you're going to, like Marshall said,
I mean, that roster of classes, I mean, how many classes did you?
We have 200, this fall, we launched 226 individual classes. There's something for everybody.
Exactly. I mean, no matter pretty much what medium you want to dabble in, you can find it.
And like you said earlier, what we're selling is an experience.
Yeah.
So you don't have to be a perfectionist. I would love to think that we're training up the next Picasso or Beethoven. But I'm really just more interested in providing an experience for someone to express themselves.
Yeah, that really is important, just as important as being a master.
Well, and you know, and when you talk about the festival coming up, it's like there was one year when I was doing Darkroom. That's what everyone got. Was they got a work of art. So that was what I got people for Christmas. Was something I had made.
And look at that.
Yeah.
And I'm sure everybody that you gave that to remembers the year that they got art from Marshall.
I'm sure. Because, well, I signed it,
Yeah,
dated it, and everything
of
else.
course.
So that way,
Yeah.
when it
People
shows
have
up on
original Marshall
when it shows up
I
on
know.
Antiques Roadshow.
Okay, I'm gonna be waiting for my signed art, Marshall.
So I have a quick story. So I just remembered I filmed a short film here. No, it was a feature. I filmed a feature film here.
Okay.
And they got all vintage wardrobe.
Ooh.
And back then I was like 99 pounds, but I still had like boobs, you know.
They don't go anywhere.
They didn't have those. Like women apparently were just super small back in the day. And so I had to try on 17 dresses before I could like find one that fit. And I was in this horrible mood. I was in such a weird like mood about it. But then I stepped out because my role was a singer on the stage. And I stepped out on the stage, and just like the energy of this place and like being here and getting to like be up there and do that, it was such a affirming, like cool
Yeah.
experience. And
Yeah.
I feel like people just feel that when
Yeah.
they come here, you know?
There are no mistakes in art.
Yeah.
No mistakes. So if you tried on 17 outfits, the 16 weren't for you.
That's right.
The 17th one was.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did like it, but
Yeah,
yeah, I was just
yeah.
like, jeez.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Angelique, share with folks how they can learn more about Phoenix Center for the Arts and find all of those, 200 plus classes and all the
Of
events, all the
course.
goodies.
Yeah.
Share with them.
Yes. You can find more information on how to get engaged with our center at phoenixcenterforthearts.org. Spell it out. There's no shortcuts. And you can stay and connected with us. We are on all the things. We're on LinkedIn. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. All the same, Phoenix Center for the Arts. We would love to have you come enjoy the arts with us.
I'm so glad you said spell it out, because every time I tag you all on Instagram, I'm like, is it PHX? Is it
No,
Phoenix?
it's completely
long one.
spelled out.
Okay.
Yeah, you should see me at events writing my email on the sign-in sheets. I'm like, I'm sorry, everybody behind me. I have to write.
She's like 4 lines down.
But see, but
Yeah.
that shows you how long it's been around. Is
Yes.
before we were just using
Absolutely.
PHX as it. It's like, oh no, it was Phoenix.
Yeah.
There was no
Yeah.
abbreviation. So.
Well, whether you love Phoenix Center for the Arts and have been calling it home for a long time, or you're brand new to the space and to the organization, you have been invited personally by
Yes.
Angelique to
Yes.
come spend some time here, discover something wonderful. And thank you so much, Angelique,
Thank you for having
talking
me.
with us.
Thank you.